straight for the final time. Yanone's away and gone, 1.4 seconds clear, even close to the lap record last time around. Razgatlıoğlu holding off Garrett Gerloff, just a couple of tenths of a second in it there, and Alvaro Bautista will remain in fourth. There's going to be no change here on the final two turns, but up at the front, it's Andrea Janone, 8 times Moto2 race winner, will remain in fourth. There's going to be no change here on the final two turns, but up at the front, it's Andrea Janone, 8 times Moto2 race winner. He leads race 1. Riders off the middle row of the grid there. Alvaro Bautista going this way and that to try and defend. Andrea Locatelli from way back up with Bautista off the racing line, and behind most of the also making startling progress in the early stages of this restarted race one. Janone once again leads. Second place for Danilo Petrucci. Better start from him this time around. Another good start from Andrea Locatelli. Lowe's also up ahead of Toprak Razgatlıoğlu, but not for long. Toprak recovers immediately into fourth position. Vandermark also attacking Alex Lowe's, and Alvaro Bautista, having finally qualified up on the front row of the grid for the first time this season, still ends up finding himself recovering. He's down in 7th.
Yeah, a lot of work to do for Alvaro, but we know he's really strong here as the races progress. He will get his opportunities to make moves from the get-go, then back straight into the trees.
Bunching them up there. Now the circuit begins to open up. It's Janone who leads the way. Not quite close enough, but again, Janone visibly slower as they go.
That with Locatelli just able to pick up bike lengths on Petrucci, and he's braking zone as well. But Loca really aggressive here on lap 1. He knows he's got a chance.
Andrea Locatelli up into the podium places, but he might well be vulnerable. This is where Toprak Razgatlıoğlu turn up into the podium positions as they come towards turn 16 for the first time. Heavy braking zone, and Razgatlıoğlu is indeed through. Andrea Locatelli back to the inside line, comes off that fourth position against Alex Lowe's. From Petrucci, from Razgatlıoğlu, now up ahead of Andrea Locatelli, then it's Lowe's. Alvaro Bautista on Michael Vandermark, that's for 6th position, as Petrucci attacks Janone in towards turn 1, but he's not going to get there on lap number 2. Lowe's getting through on Andrea Locatelli, that's for 4th position into turn 1.
They've had to go in really deep on the brakes, ran wide through 1, but still able to back himself on.
Petrucci preparing himself for a move here. He might look in towards turn 5 if the door is opened by Andrea Janone. Not quite close enough through their next opportunity is turn 7.
Yeah, Toprak is going to be close enough on this lap to try and attack something down in towards turn 12.
Danilo Petrucci needs to get through as swiftly as possible on Andrea Janone here, because otherwise the door will open for Razgatlıoğlu to pass the pair of them. Alvaro Bautista, perhaps the pre-race favourite, has dropped back into 6th position. So far from ideal start for this one. Bautista 3 places from his original free slot, effectively the 4 riders who got back and obviously lost Nicola before the lights went out. Lap 2, Andrea Janone trying to defend against Danilo Petrucci. That's where the race is the top spot. Petrucci almost alongside. Alex Lowe's attacking Toprak Razgatlıoğlu, so some good work from Alex Lowe's. Janone holds on once again ahead of Petrucci, but looks vulnerable in towards that turn 12.
Yeah, Lowe's doesn't have the speed to go with him. He's got so much confidence in his racecraft that he's able to find something each time we get into the longer races, and impressive from the 22, because yesterday he was 12 fast or something in line time, second over the grid. But here when it matters,
deep into turn 15, gathers it up through turn 15, but Petrucci will have to punch out of that turn and down the back straight. Janone has broken far enough away. Toprak Razgatlıoğlu meanwhile using his speciality on the brakes to get through on Danilo Petrucci. Might run a little bit wide midway through turn 16 and 17. Petrucci can't recover. Meanwhile, further back, Alvaro Bautista up into 5th position now, ahead of Andrea Locatelli. So Bautista starting to make his progress, but all the while, Toprak Razgatlıoğlu getting closer and closer to top spots.
you can see the pace of the race right now. Bunching up this group at the front.
Ever closing on Andrea Janone. He's making his progress quite nicely. Bautista's got to be careful here. Vandermark starting to drop back up ahead as Razgatlıoğlu fends off Danilo Petrucci. Petrucci trying to attack back as well here for 2nd position.
Yeah, Danilo's got a lot of confidence in what he's been able to do in recent rounds. Top scorer in the last 2 rounds, and he knows that this is another chance to be able to fight for a podium, so he wants to go with Toprak and try and attack back.
Such is the sluggish pace at the head of the field. Axel Bassani was the fastest man on the in towards turn 12. We'll see if he can challenge him down the back straight. Was that running wide a little bit further back outside of the top six? Andrea Locatelli then, and that's a real shame for him after a great start to this race. A little bit like what happened for him last time out. Here with Yonone leading Razgatlıoğlu once you wait for the top spot. Petrucci sticking with them in third, but Toprak has got good speed down the back straight in this race.
Just to say very quickly, when we're at this stage, who would have been reason looks so projected? We know he's on the Toprak is, and suddenly you lose one in Cremona, you lose one in Portimao, potentially really lost that chance of being able to fight in the championship.
And more than likely you lose a double-figure score in this race as well. As things stand, well, it will be 33 points behind, and you just don't see him recovering that in only 8 races. Razgatlıoğlu is attacking for the lead here.
Well, Van der Mark is not a fast driver in this group. Van der Mark is a real smoke-letting bottom rider, and he knows that when you've got the chance to get to the front, you have to hit the front, because you're better off to fall backwards as the race progresses than having that tyre to progress through.
Well, Alvaro Bautista with the opposite approach, of course, half a second a lap slower at the moment than Yonone, the race leader. Bautista might be able to close on this lap 4, bearing in mind Yonone is clearly holding back the 4 riders behind him. Razgatlıoğlu hasn't yet been able to find a way through. Then it's Petrucci, then it's Lowe's, and Van der Mark bottled up now behind the riders in front of him, looking inside and out for a way.
You can see that Bautista as they come out of turn 9.
Taking hotspots. Is he just managing this race to perfection at the moment?
For these riders at the front, the pace just isn't quite there, so it means that you're able to bring everyone together. You need to take your opportunity ahead in front and break away, but Ian always did a good job to be strong where he needs to be strong, which is the engine in the next corner to make sure you're just ahead of each other.
Makes his move on Alex Lowe's position. Running on board with Alex Lowe's, it looks as though he was just about able to hold on. Down the back straight, Razgatlıoğlu pulls to the inside line, and the reason that Van der Mark has not got through on Alex Lowe's is that Alvaro Bautista has now got through on him from his position.
You can see Caravelle up there in 7th position, Honda's 8th and 9th, just keeping that watch and break at the back of the group as well. So it's close there between the top 9 positions.
And only 2 seconds covering the lead 9 as we come into lap number 5. Alex Lowe's then in 4th position with Alvaro Bautista behind him. Michael Van der Mark having been picked off last lap around, now coming under pressure from Garrett Gerloff, who was the fastest of the leaders last time around. 149.510 from Garrett Gerloff, so good pace as Alex Lowe's hassles and harries Danilo Petrucci. Sniffs a podium here, Alex Lowe's, and he's going to make his lunch. Petrucci makes a fair number of his own, to be fair, and Alex Lowe's with some nice work there to get back up into the rostrum places.
Moved into turn 5 there from Lowe's up to the top of the hill, and able to now try and scamper off after Toprak.
Razgatlıoğlu in 2nd place, so after all of the focus being on the Ducati riders, we've got 3 different manufacturers in the top 3 places on lap 5 on 17 in total and Aragon. And it all comes down to Andrea Yonone bottling them up behind him at the moment. That's a pass to break away. Razgatlıoğlu menacing in 2nd position, just half break walk out of the bottom.
On the brakes down into 16th, 8 seconds slower than the riders at the back of this group, so it does give you an indication of how much time these just keeping back from.
Danilo Petrucci coming in from distance back in towards turn 12. That's broken the field slightly. Razgatlıoğlu with a bit of daylight behind him now to Danilo Petrucci, and Alvaro Bautista in the mix, having moved steadily back up the order after losing those 4 places on the opening lap. He now sits in 5th position, and this is the fate of the race, isn't it? Bautista passed up new personal best for him last lap around. He's attacking the Kawasaki that we know is a few tenths of a second slower down the back straight. Meanwhile, this is the closest Razgatlıoğlu has been to Yonone, and he makes his lunge into turn 16 on lap 5. He can't get it stopped, and Yonone answers straight back. But go 11 Ducati leads once again, and has led every lap so far, but barely. Razgatlıoğlu 2nd, Petrucci in 3rd, Alvaro Bautista getting through nicely there on Alex Lowe. Still less than a second covering your lead 5.
Your personal best last time around for the Yonone, so it's starting to increase a bit. About a half a second off the fastest lap of the race, but at least they're starting to build into system.
Two personal best last time around for Yonone, for Razgatlıoğlu. Bautista slightly slower than Toprak, but has made up ground already at the start of this lap number 6 as well, while Toprak is held back behind Yonone. Bautista needs to challenge Razgatlıoğlu as early as possible in this race.
Yeah, for Alvaro, it's now about trying to pick your moments to come through on Petrucci, and we're now into that 1/3 distance. This is when the fuel load starts to go down, the tyres starting to wear out a little bit. This is where you're in the Bautista territory. Definitely think that he's still got this race win. That's exactly the race is just
from fourth position, and so comes under attack once again from Alex Lowe's. Petrucci, meanwhile, on the tail of Toprak Razgatlıoğlu. Obviously had his hat-trick last time out, Danilo Petrucci, but didn't get to race Razgatlıoğlu on that occasion. He's got a good fight on his hands here.
Yeah, it's a different battle now, because for everyone they know, when Toprak wasn't there for the last few rounds, you have to take advantage of your opportunity, but you also want to have the chance to go far ball and Toprak and take it against them. So Petrucci, he's able to come here with that form is happening just now to the final finish.
You're not watching a Supersport 300 race. There really are only 1.5 seconds between your top 9 in WorldSBK in race 1 against his own Aragon round. Alvaro Bautista capitalising on his resurgence in race 1, makes his way through on Danilo Petrucci now. He's up into the podium places. So it is Razgatlıoğlu versus Bautista at last. Second and third position though on the track. Petrucci coming in from a distance back. Be careful into turn 1 down the road. He moves Bautista also obviously out of the way. And Alex Lowe's has got the opportunity now to go round Bautista with sheer confidence into turn 2.
Seems to be BMW behind as well. Van der Mark and Gerloff, those two over there as the field just grouped together on that run through 1 and 2.
Classic Petrucci there, taking no prisoners. He's back up into the podium places. That's upset Alvaro Bautista's plans for this race, because he was just starting to look at Razgatlıoğlu for second place.
Yeah, for Bautista, still running in the 49s last time around, fastest rider on the racetrack, but just leaving yourself vulnerable down in towards turn 1. You don't want to give an opportunity.
So Razgatlıoğlu now, if he can get to the front, you feel like he might be able to open up a bit of an advantage behind, leaving Alvaro Bautista to fend for himself. 2 bikes between Bautista now and Razgatlıoğlu, whereas a lap ago he was making his way through up into third position to really challenge Razgatlıoğlu. So Petrucci digging in quite nicely. It's still Yonone versus Razgatlıoğlu at the head of the field. And where can Toprak try something a little bit different to really get alongside Yonone? We saw him make the pass successfully into turn 16, only for Yonone to cut back into turn 17 and back through.
So here, classic Petrucci down in towards turn 1, but look at how much it costs Alvaro Bautista because he goes on the run into that corner. But once you run wide, the roads tip, the whole thing goes line, you can pick off Bautista straight away.
Bautista will be back at those, make no mistake about that, but position will be as early as the back straight on this lap 7. He is not quite able to outbreak Lowe's in towards the final 2 turns on the 7th lap. Yonone versus Razgatlıoğlu then at the head of the field. They are absolutely nose to tail. Can Toprak's heavy braking speciality into turn 1 favour him here? Or will Danilo Petrucci attack from behind? 2/10 of a second covering your lead trio. Petrucci did it to Bautista a lap ago. He's going to do it to Razgatlıoğlu now at the start of lap 8. The hat-trick hero of Cremona last time out is making his way through the field as well.
Yeah, he goes to Toprak, beating on the brakes into turn 1 through all. So Petrucci here with a lot of confidence, he'll come straight through on Yonone.
And Petrucci, having made his move into turn 1, catches Andrea Yonone by surprise at turn 4. An opportunity for Petrucci here to claim the scalp of Toprak Razgatlıoğlu and extend his winning run in WorldSBK.
Fastest lap of the race last time around for Petrucci, a personal best, so he's got the pace to be able to try and open up a bit of a gap. If you're Toprak, you've got to just get down the inside of Yonone as soon as possible and let Petrucci break away.
Razgatlıoğlu fairly blunt on his comeback ride thus far against Andrea Yonone. Seeing Danilo Petrucci start to break away.
With this left-hander, we'll see if he's in through this one compared to Toprak. He's a little bit wider and he's trying to slingshot down that back straight. Use the slipstream from Razgatlıoğlu. But Toprak picks that bike up well through that left-hander. The last lap, though, is going to come down to that corner for Gerloff.
And then all the while, Alvaro Bautista with the opportunity to close in on Garrett Gerloff. Just not quite close enough in towards the braking zone for turn 16. Gerloff a little bit wider this time around with the tighter line. Is there a run into turn 1 here available for either Gerloff or Bautista, who are both trying to square it off with 5 kilometres to go here in Motorland Aragon? Yonone with a new fastest lap of the race. Razgatlıoğlu with second position. Bautista through on Gerloff to get up into the rostrum places. And Bautista still has the opportunity to take another 4 World Championship points away from Razgatlıoğlu here.
Yeah, really important for Bautista and for Ducati and for Bundesliga's championship hopes that he's able to attack. But look at Garrett Gerloff, he wants the podium.
Gerloff with an opportunity to take the podium, and he takes it away ruthlessly from Alvaro Bautista at turn 4. Brilliant racing from the two.
super stuff from all the front runners all the way through. How good is it to see Gerloff in a bar-to-bar battle able to make those moves? He's got another chance for a podium, just like he had a couple of rounds ago, and he really wants to be able to be that rear guard for Razgatlıoğlu. He can still attack Toprak on the run down in towards turn 16 as well.
Yes, Garrett Gerloff, a podium finisher in race 2 of the French round, was as high as 4th on Sunday in Cremona, but he's just recovered 3rd position, having dropped to 4th behind Alvaro Bautista. Bautista will try to have the final say into turn 16 for the final time, but I don't think he's close enough.
Look at how fast Gerloff is compared to Toprak rather than Bautista. He did pull back and look at the right way through the long left hand for turn 10 and 11.
Bit of a moment though, coming through turn 12, I think, for Garrett Gerloff, lost a bit of ground compared to Toprak, and Bautista also closing in 3/10 of a second, separating the three of them. Race for second then, as we make our way off turn 15 and down the back straight for the final time. Yanone's away and gone, 1.4 seconds clear, even close to the lap record last time around. Razgatlıoğlu holding off Garrett Gerloff, just a couple of tenths of a second in it there, and Alvaro Bautista will remain in 4th. There's going to be no change here on the final 2 turns, but up at the front, it's Andrea Janone, 8 times Moto2 race winner, will remain in 4th. There's going to be no change here on the final 2 turns, but up at the front, it's Andrea Janone, 8 times Moto2 race winner of the 2016 Austrian MotoGP